Oh my God. Your hair so nasty. I don't know who I ever hire you. Your hair nasty, 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 nasty. Nobody will hire you. Domi's mama, 2016 and 2021. That's neither here nor there. My mama just don't believe in Freeform Locs. Freeform Locs will affect your job opportunities. That's something I've heard all through my journey with my first set of locks. And it wasn't only my mama, cousins, aunts, classmates, friends, online forums, family, dogs, the goldfish, and yes, even videos from other dread YouTubers. The general consensus was having a head like this was gonna stop you from having a job like this. But that may not be 100% true. What's up, guys? It's your boy, Domi Boy, here with another Freeform Loc update. If you aren't a part of the Congo Familia, make sure you hit that subscribe button and stay in the loop on all things Freeform. And maybe you're on the fence like I was back in 2016 on if you should even go the Freeform route in fear of what job would want you, or maybe you're currently on the road to growing your crown and you're worried about how your current job will take it. So I had an idea. Why not share some of my unique experiences that I went through with my crown, working in food service as a barista / kitchen lineman. Later on, I worked in retail at Apple, and then my personal experience trying to fit into corporate America. Back in 2016, I also had a video talking about working with Freeform Locs. Try to include some of what was discussed in this video here. So let's kick things off where the Freeform Loc journey actually began, and that was in a cafe, but not just any random cafe. We're talking a cafe in the heart of one of the bougiest neighborhoods in all of Manhattan, West Village. If you live there, bro, basically you made it, but you're still trying to be down. All in all, is basically the type of person who would see this and then worry about the wrong type of locks inside of their bagel. So I decided to grow my locks the only way I could, in fear and secrecy. Since it's basically New York City law to wear a hairnet or a hat whenever you're serving food, my secret was safe. Nobody gonna know. But in all honesty, let's be real, no secrets are ever safe. All that hiding really did was end up making me tired out, as well as made me more insecure about my choice in growing Freeform Locs in the first place. Whenever I was about 15 minutes away from work, baby locks, assemble into my tam. Bruh, I hid every strand of hair in my tam to avoid a coworker or customer seeing me. It went from 15 minutes before work, 30 minutes before work, to phone, wallet, keys, tam. I just kept thinking, like, what would happen if they saw this guy in the kitchen serving food? Will seeing him in the kitchen prepping meals disgust them? I mean, I know my head is clean, but to the untrained eye, to most eyes in the West Village, they'll see my hair and think it's dirty as. The day finally came when my secret was out the bag, because my baby freeformers were becoming teenage freeformies. And we all know what happens with teenage freeformies, right? Have you ever tried to put a teen in quarantine? Keeping them locked up under my tam wasn't gonna cut it. Every once in a while, a couple of them would start poking out of the back of my tam like they're doing right now, or poking out the front of my tam. And bear in mind, they were bleach blonde tip. Customers and coworkers were wondering, what the is going on under there? What's happening there, friend? And then rolled around a hot ass summer day, eating my lunch in the back office, and then I heard somebody coming down the back stairs. But I didn't know who was coming down the back stairs, let alone it be my manager's manager. That's 3 managers, and the manager's manager. Basically the big honcho who owned all the chains of the coffee shops. All I heard was, Dom? Dom, is that you? Hey, how's it going? You're here. Oh God, Dom. Oh God, what do I do? Do I lie and tell him it's for religious reasons? What, should I cut them if he asks me to cut them off? Damn, I love it. They're sick. Cool. Anyway, are you cool to cover the shift on Saturday morning? Bear in mind, I had some to do on Saturday morning. But the shock of my manager's manager saying that my hair was sick, I just said, yeah, sure thing. I can work Saturday morning. All right, awesome. See ya. He didn't care. All this worrying, all this stressing, and he doesn't even care? Why should I care about my managers knowing if my manager's manager don't give a god 2 cents? The head honcho, owner of the damn coffee chain around the West Village, said my hair was sick in a cool way, and then did one of these before proceeding to walk out. with his pants above his waist. Dude, most of the hate that I thought would come my way, it was just me. I was low-key creating that in my head from what people were telling me. So when I came back to work that Saturday morning, bro, the crown was out. I walked in that shop like I owned the damn place. Look at me, I'm a king. I'm a king of the cafe. And even though it was New York City law to always wear a hat, bruh, I kept the bangs out. Not the bangs, the bangs. Oh, they was out and on full display, letting everybody in West Village know there's a king under this cap, bruh. You know what those customers said to me?
Hey, can I get a mocha? Ah, I like the new look. Can you add extra foam on that as well? Thanks.
Bro, working the cafe with Freeforms, the fact that nobody cared really instilled a sense of confidence and comfort that I never thought I had. And that little bit of confidence made me say, you know what? I may be comfortable with who I am, but I'm starting to realize that I may not be comfortable with spending my entire life in this cafe. So you know, it's time for me to grow, just like my locks, onto bigger and better things. So as my locks were finally coming out of that ugly phase and starting to mature, that's when I actually moved into retail over at Apple. Now bear in mind, this was pre-COVID, pre the unfortunate events of George Floyd. So at this time, people weren't as accepting to natural black hairstyles as they may be today. But I wasn't comfortable enough to walk in looking like this. So when I approached Apple for the interview, I had them pulled all back and tied into a bun. It was tight, walked into the building, walked into the elevator, and kept patting my head because of how tight these damn teenage freeformies were. I caught a glimpse of myself in the elevator mirror. Who the hell is that? Beating his head like a damn drum. Bruh, that ain't you. If you get this job, you're gonna be on the main floor wearing your hair pulled back all hours of the day. Bro, you might as well say goodbye to your hairline now and just go bald. My hair is an extension of me. And if I'm showing up to this interview with 75% of me now, I'll most likely have to walk into the job with 75% of me. Ding! The door opens to a room full of people with my hair out of my scrunchie. This is me. And if they wanna hire me, if they wanna hire this, they'll hire me. If being authentically me is a problem, do I even want to work here? When I walked in, there were some folks in there who had manicured locks, some folks who had fade, bobs, etc. Everyone was at the edge of their seats waiting to hear the crazy guy with this hair all wild and what he's actually going to say. What does he sound like? And then when I finally did open my mouth, you know what happened? Every damn person in that room listened to every single word I had to say. Who I was spoke for itself. And when I left, one of the managers came right up to me and said,
Dom, I appreciate having you here. I appreciate you coming here.
Really? You remember me? Out of all these people in this room, all these people that you've seen today, all the people you might have seen during the week, you remembered my name because of my damn crown. You recognize a king, brother. Ding, 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 ding. Working at the cafe taught me to have self-confidence in being me. But this Apple experience, that took it a step further. By being my most authentic self, I'm gonna be remembered. I got the job, but it didn't last long in all honesty. As my college classes were starting to come to an end, I wanted something even bigger and better. Bruh, this confidence making your boy dangerous. This confidence making your boy head big, I tell you. So I thought, you know what? Why don't I enter corporate America? Why don't I get a job with actually the degree I have? So during the first week, you know what I thought? It's time I enter corporate America. A crazy thought indeed. This guy? Okay, buddy. So I went back to the drawing board, bop, 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 and on every resume I slapped on an image of myself with my crown on full display. The experience so far taught me that instead of waiting for jobs to filter me out, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna filter them. Hello there, employer. Here's what young applicant looks like. And below you'll see their experience. You clearly see that he's got what it takes to do the job, and now you remember him because of his crown. But if the crown scares you, then good. You've just been freeform filtered, and I probably don't want the job. If my resume and experience speaks for itself, but the one thing that you have a problem with is what my natural hair looks like, I probably won't align with your culture nor your beliefs, so you know what? So be it. I'm not gonna subdue or dilute myself in order to fit your mold. Here's who I am, and if you don't accept that, that's cool, because I don't accept y'all.
I'm a boss, like Ricky Rouse.
Now, let's see if I get a job. I took all my resumes and I walked proudly into the last day of my internship, and it was agency day. Think of it sort of like a job fair. I walked in, it was loud, and when I approached the booths to ask about employment, to ask if they had any openings, every single booth I walked up to, the person there would just stare and nod. Yeah. The whole time I wanted to be like, bruh, my eyes is here. Not up here, here. Look at him. At this point, I was failing. I had to get heard, but I didn't know how to be heard. I had to have an interaction to prove that, you know what, I'm not some stoner, even though back then I probably was. I'm not some rock star rapper, even though back then I probably was. And I'm not homeless. I'm sure back then I was couch surfing. It was a difficult couple of years, you know. But that's all besides the point. I needed to do something to be noticed. So as the night was coming close to an end, and that confidence that's been percolating and growing inside of me, that discomfort of where I was and who I am, it made me burst. My hand just shot the fudge up in the middle of one of the speakers talking. So 50, 60 pair of eyeballs just locked in on me.
Hey, hi. I just wanted to thank all of the agencies as well as you for inviting me and my classmates here.
Legit, I don't even remember what I said back then. It was probably just then everyone clapped. Did I just get my job? That's a negatory, sir. No, you didn't do it. Everyone was getting jobs except for me. And you know what? Cool. Maybe that's my path. Maybe I'll find my way elsewhere. I don't need a corporate gig. And then 2 months later, some agency I never heard of wanted to interview me. Really? Nah, I don't think I'm ready for corporate life. Gotta increase the offer and do better than that. Knowing full well they deny me and would give me a reason to be denied. They responded, offered me more money. No way, they must not have seen my resume. The picture, so I reattached my resume to that email, made my picture bigger so my crown was clear as day, and I asked for more. Voila. No way were they gonna let this guy in that building. And you know what I got back? Hey Dom, we'd love to deliver that to you. What? ¿Por qué? Bruh, you know what? Sure. I'll come through. But all I kept thinking was, how the hell did they find me? Did they see my hair? I hope they know I'm not covering it up. And there I am, waiting to be seen by some CEO in this Soho office. They called me by my name. I walked down this long corridor into this back room. And inside the room was a bright, red-haired, older Jewish woman screaming at the top of her lungs.
Hey! Nice to see you again!
Again? And that's when I recognized her. She never signed up as one of the agencies who were offering a job. She wasn't one of the speakers. She literally snuck in and was just sitting at the back of that class observing. We chatted, and then when I got up and she saw the back of my head, you know, the big ass Congos in the back of my head, she said, "Your hair." She gonna ask me to cut her, and I'm gonna tell her right to her face, "Nah, bro, this is who I am." You know, after that event, that's the way I found you. I called up my recruitment team and I said, "Get me the guy with the hair."
That guy who was there, get him. Get that guy with the hair. What's his name? We need him here. Get me that guy with the hair.
Literally how I got this job. I've been there for 4 years, and I can honestly say, thank God I didn't allow what I thought other people perceived me as affect my progress. I didn't have my crown, I literally would not be where I am today. I wouldn't have had the confidence to be unapologetically me and then be remembered for it. So although I cut that first crown and said goodbye to it, I look forward to seeing what this second crown will ultimately teach me. And I'm sure you'll end up learning just as much from your crown as well. We're living in a time where culturally, you have the freedom to truly embrace who you are unequivocally, unapologetically, straight, gay, trans, black, white, purple, alien, bro. You being you and authentically you will be rewarded. If you're out there and you're still looking for some persuading, you can check out this video here where I talk about the top 3 reasons you should be freeforming your locs. Or if you recently just started and you're looking for some tips on how to mentally prepare for the journey, I do have this video here. This is your boy, Domi boy. It's about 9 p.m. outside, so your boy gotta stick to water. No cold brew today. And I'll see you at the next one.